'cause we're gonna be legends. What we're doing here ain't just scary, it's about to be legendary.
So, it's Valentine's Day coming up.
Oh, is this my Valentine's present?
No, but I am asking, like, what are you doing for that special person on Valentine's Day? Someone wrote this great book called The Love Languages, and they claim there's 5 of them. They say physical touch, they say acts of service, they say words of affirmation. What are the other ones?
By rocks.
By rocks. It's not one of them. And I learned something. It's all a lie. Men have one love language. It's physical touch. We're like dogs. Just pet us and we're happy and we're loyal. Women, on the other hand, are complicated. They're confusing. So we have all of these other love languages for them. Sometimes they want to be pets. Sometimes they want a present. You buy them something. You serve them. You take them on a trip. You tell them wonderful things. You tell them how beautiful they are. Do you hear me, men? And if you do this well enough regularly, every day making an investment, then guess what? Then that special someone feels loved. And you know, this channel is all about investing, but sometimes you think it's about business, sometimes you think about real estate. But the principles are the same. Like, look at this ugly rock. This thing is hideous. I would never buy this. This is a massive, huge piece of tourmaline. I look at this and I'm like, big ugly rock. This thing's expensive. I bought this thing from my wife because she's like, black tourmaline has magical properties that keeps dark energy away. I'm like, great, let's buy the rock. That is a lamp. It's fluorite, and when it's lit up behind, it's really pretty. I really don't get this whole rock thing.
Yeah, you do. You like it.
I get my wife, though. And you know what? Sometimes what we do as human beings is we argue with our spouse or our loved ones. Because what we want to do is we want to project the way we want love onto them. If I feel love this way, you must want love this way. You know what? These rocks are such an excellent... Dude, I think that's blood. Someone probably bled that together. Rocks are such a perfect example. My wife loves these things. 5 straight days of looking at millions of rocks. And guess what? Never tires. I've never seen stamina in this woman like that before. And you know what? I don't have to get it. All I know, that makes her happy. And honestly, when I got married, I was married by Quinn's grandfather. Look how pretty that is.
Oh, look at that.
And I made him a promise. He looked at me right before he wed us, and he said, do you promise to do everything in your power to make your wife happy? And I thought about that, and I said, dude, I would do anything for this woman's happiness. Relationships inevitably go through this slump, though. Like, in the beginning, everything is so amazing, but then all of a sudden you get to a level where you kind of know everything about each other, and then you kind of hit this downward thing. Every relationship does it. And the only way to bring yourself back up, you see, a lot of us will focus on like what's not working or what we're frustrated about in our relationships, but the reality is how you created magic in the beginning still works later in the relationship. I've been married to this woman for 18 years. And I'll tell you something. We married super young. So glad I did, because we have all of this history. And I've learned that Grandpa was right. Me doing everything I can in my power for this woman's happiness, unconditionally, without expecting anything back, is hugely... Oh, geez, don't break it, Kris.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Is a key to success. Now, my wife probably believes that this magic rock, if I sit on it,
Don't do that.
will do wonderful things for me because of all the magical healing properties of rocks. But reality is, this rock is nothing more than an expression of love.
Okay, you have to say it's a crystal, not a rock.
What's that?
Rock sounds so generic.
It's like pulling the sinews off of a dead animal. My wife is so disgusted right now. This is a really amazing piece of love. That's all it is to me. To her, it's purple amethyst. It's
Well, that one just happens to be my birthstone.
great. Birthstone. Awesome.
And February stone.
So check this out. This is super important. When you are loving your lover, when you're giving them everything, because by the way, for 18 years, every day I turn to my wife and I tell her, I'm giving you everything. I'm going to give you everything. I have given you everything. Because I've given her my whole heart. Everything I produce, everything I create. And then every dream that she has, I want to do everything in my power to manifest it. So here's the secret to an amazing relationship. It's not just giving your spouse or your lover or the person you're in a relationship with. It's not about just giving them what they want. It's how you give it to them. In other words, want to give it to them. Desire to give it to them. What I'm basically saying is you have to become an advocate for what your spouse wants. So want it for them more than they want it, and they will love you for it.
Oh, wow. It looks even better in real life in the sun. Look at that.
Wow, it does look amazing. There is no such thing as falling out of love. There's simply choosing to stop doing the things that you did in the beginning to fall in love. Love can last a whole lifetime. And it's up to you to take full responsibility for your relationship. How limited it is, how fully expressive it is, being loving, being patient, being there for that incredible person no matter what. That's your job. Sometimes I hear about people who are like, we just fell apart, we fell in love. I'm like, dude, you treat it like a victim, like something that just happened to you. Like love happened to me and then love went away from me. It's like, take responsibility. If you're in a relationship and you want more love in it, guess who gets to create that? Not them. That's your job. You're responsible, by the way. It's not even their job to make you happy. Only you can make yourself happy. If my wife does everything that I love when she does, I still can decide whether it makes me happy or sad. So she may create this amazing invitation for me to be happy and feel loved, but it's ultimately up to me whether I feel it or not. So this is why I believe we all need to recognize the emotional genius from within, step into it and become it. I feel like I'm giving birth to a big yellow stone of gold color. Seem heart-shaped. Whoa, that is...
Isn't that pretty?
That is pretty. Love. It's kind of a funny game. If I lost all my wealth, I could rebuild it. If I lost my health, I would try to win it back. But if I lose my love, then none of the health matters and none of the wealth matters. At the center of having it all is your ability to connect meaningfully and to choose to be first-class, world's best version of you that can give yourself to someone entirely. This Valentine's Day, do that. Don't give a part of yourself. Don't give some of yourself. Don't give most of yourself. Give every part of who you are, because love makes it all worth it. It's the fuel for life. It's the fuel for happiness. And you have the ability to live your most amazing life. To do that, you don't have to buy a lot of money's worth of stones. But for that love in your life, there is something that you can do today. Ask yourself, what's their love language? How do they receive love in the most meaningful way? And then unconditionally bestow that gift. Do it in the biggest way you ever have before. Give as much love as you're absolutely capable of. Imagine that was your last day on this planet and give everything that you can. And if you can find a way every single day to live that way, you will be a happy, fulfilled person. All right. Hey, thanks for watching today's video. Valentine's Day totally epic for yourself. Remember, it's up to you to literally create the most amazing, wonderful life of your dreams. This, by the way, is my wife's little sanctuary. It is her salt room, because salt has more magical properties of wonder. But it makes her happy, and I'm happy when she's happy. So listen, if you're not a subscriber, make sure you take care of that. And click the links below, learn a little bit more about some of the free resources I provide. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Smash that like button if you got something, some advice today that will help you level up your relationship. And we'll see you tomorrow.